Guys, it's Lanikia. So this is the month of October. I'm gonna be trying to give you videos because the Christmas holiday is coming up, and so a lot of businesses, online jobs are doing a lot of hiring. If you have not, go ahead and apply to Next Rep. I'll put the link in the bio. I actually got hired with them, but I don't like the position that they offered me because it in the email they told me it was $15 an hour, which of course that made me want to go like, okay, I'll look into that. So I went ahead and did all the application. So the application is really simple. And the reason I got that is, if you don't know, KD, that's my sister, has a YouTube channel, and she was telling us about Next Rep. They were hiring work from home agents. So she got hired through them. So that's one of the reasons why I went ahead and applied for that job. So check out her videos, and because she'll be updating you on her progress and everything with Next Rep, and the ins and the outs, because I just get my information about the company from her, but like she would be able to give you like first-hand experience on how it's going. You're fine there. They already know I have a lot of background noise. Anyways, if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. What we like to do is share videos, share jobs on the video, on the comments and everything. Share our experiences with the company, and just share about working from home, because there's so many work from home jobs that we want to make sure that we're taking advantage of those. If we're not working one, at least two of those jobs. If you are a returning subscriber, or even if you don't subscribe but you come back every so often, or every time you see I drop a video, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day as well to watch the videos. Especially my subscribers, thank you so much. I appreciate that, because I don't drop videos like I'm supposed to, but you guys continue to subscribe every day, and I just want to let you know I truly do appreciate that. So this video is pretty much going to be to the people who have been leaving me comments and everything about yeah, y'all know I get sidetracked, because I was telling y'all about Next Rep. So Next Rep hit me up, and while I'm telling you about Next Rep, I'm going to be looking away because I need to pull up my everything you guys have been commenting and leaving and all of that stuff. So I'm going to go from, I guess, the older to the most recent. So anyways, so she was saying something about Next Rep, so I was like, okay. Someone else had actually told me about it. I hope I get your name right. It was Antoinette. She had actually told me about it, so I had told my sister, but she actually took the initiative to go ahead and apply for it. And so because she went ahead and applied for it, that gave me that allowed me to see what it was all about. So seeing what it was all about made me actually seeing how it worked for her made me actually want it, because she doesn't have to have a home phone. She doesn't have to have any of that. All she has is her computer, her USB. She had to download some things, software and all that they wanted her to use, and then she was able to just work from home. So that's what I love, that you don't have to add that home phone bill. So I applied, and so when I applied, they hired me for this position, and they said it was $15 an hour. So I was like, cool, I want to do it. And then that's when it got into, when I did my interview, I had a really great person. We had a great connection on the interview and everything. And then she told me, oh, well, it's 23 cents a minute, which is not bad, but it's not wait, does that add that? I don't think that adds up to $15 an hour. But it's based really on talk time. So that's not $15 an hour if it's based on talk time, especially like if you've ended the call and then you have that wrap time where you're probably not going to get paid for that, because they're probably going to want you to stop once the call has stopped talking. Once you've stopped speaking to the customer, they're probably going to want you to stop the call, stop getting paid. And then if you have wrap time, well, you wouldn't get paid for that. So I don't know, y'all. I'm still debating on if I'm going to do it or not. They hit me back up because she went ahead and said, well, I'm going to offer you the position, and then you just make up your mind if you want. And I had to get a house phone, and I was like, I'm not really looking to add a bill, because y'all already know on my last videos when I was doing the other ones that was one of the reasons that I didn't go ahead with another job, is because I didn't want to add a bill. I just went to my mother's house and used her house phone or whatever. But so I don't know. I might call them just to see, hey, do you have anything else because I want like another job, but I don't know. I don't think that one's for, well, that one's not for me. But so yeah. And the process for that, because you guys always ask me that. So the process is that for that was pretty easy. I think what we do, Nisha, we sent in. You apply online. Do you have to even take a test, an assessment? I don't even think we took an assessment. I think we just applied online. Maybe we had to do our resume and maybe a cover letter. I don't even know if we had to do that. And then they hit you back. Maybe you did have to take a light assessment. It wasn't that. Anyways, it wasn't that hard at all. You can do it. So then. And then they have your phone interview. And then once you have your phone interview, then they tell you about the background check. Well, you should already know that. But there is a $25 background check that you do have to pay. So once all of that clears out, you can, and you're accepted into the, job, then you do that. And I think that's all you have to pay, right, Nisha? It's a $25. Yeah, that's all you have to pay. But anyways, look at Katie's channel, and she'll be able to Kaydee. I'll put the link in the well, actually, I'll have her. You'll comment in the comments, and then you can look over there, and she can tell you more about it, because that's all I can tell you, and she can tell you about the campaign that she's on, how much she gets paid. Because I was really wanting to do her campaign, because one week she well, I'll let her tell you guys, but yeah, I wanted to do that campaign because you can make some money quick with that one. They do pay every 2 weeks, and you haven't had a problem with your pay any of the 2 weeks, right? Yeah, she's been on it for a while, maybe 2 months, and she hasn't had a problem with her pay or anything. And this was like your first legit trying to work from home job, right? Yeah. Like, she applied to a few other ones. She did a few other ones, but this is the one that she like wanted to do and actually got it. And so she's been doing it for 2 months. So that's that. If you have any more questions, I really can't answer them, so you have to ask her. And again, I'm putting the she'll write in the comments so you guys can see that. So let me go to the comments that you guys have been leaving, and I know it's been a long time, so please forgive me. Again, thank you so much. Okay, I'm removing these spam comments right now. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me, because I know I don't be getting to it like I should. If you're watching this video and you know you left me a comment and I missed your comment, hit me up and just be like, listen, ma'am, you missed the comment. Okay, so yes, I'll approve yours. I'm sorry about that. Oh, okay, so someone said, what made you work from home? Do you work outside of your home in addition to Alorica? So, and then someone replied to that, Lanikia, what else do you do from home? I want to transition. So Miss Scorpio Princess and Shannon Howard, I think I answered you already, Shannon Howard, but Miss Scorpio Princess and Shannon Howard, my voice got a little weak, sorry y'all. I do, right now I'm just doing up call, and then of course I get paid via YouTube. So those are the things that I'm doing. I was working another job like outside of the home, and I worked it, and when I was getting, I loved it because it was hourly pay, and a few of y'all might have saw that when I was saying, oh, I'm going to this temp company, and I'm gonna start working outside the home because I missed being outside of the home. Well, it took so long to get hired. Like, I got hired, and then it took another 3 weeks before I actually started that job. That by the time I started the job, I had grown accustomed to working from home at that time, and then doing the job, it really made me remember why I hated working outside of the home anyways, why I hated having to really answer to someone or and that kind of nature. So I went ahead and left that. So I'm just doing my up call, which I know a lot of people like because I'm in the up call community, so I know a few people have complaints. But I do a lot of cold calling for up call, and there's for some reason there seems to always be a lot of cold calling. And plus I'm in the higher queues, like the advanced queue and all of that. I guess just because of my scores. So I like if I really wanted to work up call and like say I wanted like 300 to 400. Plus I love up call. If you haven't applied, go ahead and apply for that. But I love up call because it's cashed out to my PayPal, and PayPal like up call. I cash it out. I'll say oh, you have to have $100. So once I reach $100, if I wanted to, I could cash out and then go. But I don't do that because I want to work it like it's a job, so getting paid every week. So I'll reach a certain amount that I wanted to work for that week, and then I'll say, okay, by Thursday I have to have this amount. And so on Thursday, that evening, I'll usually cash out, and it'll cash directly to my PayPal. And then so from my PayPal, it'll go directly to my account, my direct deposit, a checking account. So it'll go directly there. So there's a trail there, and it'll immediately be available the next day. So that's why I love upcall, because it's like you don't have to wait on your, like when if I were in a bind and I was like, oh God, I need to work, I need to make this money, I have the possibility of doing that. And if I had to cash out a day early, depending on when the last time I cashed out, I can, because usually it's every, I think, 7 days. So if you cash out on one Thursday, then you can't really cash out until the next Thursday. But the way I do it sometimes is like if I don't really need money that week, then I don't cash it out. I just let it roll to the next week and and do it that way. So that's with that. So someone said, what are the shifts? What video is that on? I don't know. I don't know what video that is on. Shifts depend, like most companies are usually hiring like a lot of different shifts. Normally, if they're hiring for shifts, it's usually 8-hour shifts or 6-hour shifts. Some like they're usually hiring full time. Not 100% what video this is on. Karen Morales, hiring now, work from home. Let me just click on it. I'll just go back. Some companies will go ahead and tell you what shift it is, and some of them won't. And so if I don't tell you what the shift is, then that means the company didn't have it down. They're just saying flexible shifts or shifts available. They'll say something like that. Okay, so someone said, hi, I recently worked with guys for a month, March through April, before getting released due to seasonal ramp down, and I received the same message as you. Will the job be the same as dealing with other products, support, refunds, transferring calls to Tax Pro when dealing with a whole different field? Yeah, Nighthoof. It might be. I'm not 100% sure, and this is some of these are old, so you can probably already have your answer now. But yeah, they'll do open calls all the time, and I try to tell you guys when they're doing them. But yeah, sometimes they just have seasonal work, and unfortunately, when you're in that tax season, they're really starting to hire for that, and that's seasonal work well, tax season is all year round, but for like those type of companies, it's seasonal work. So unfortunately, that's what it is. Someone said, I just applied. How's the interview process? Oh, Reese Pettyford. You did upcall. You said, I just applied. How's the interview process and what are some of the questions? I have a lot of questions, but I don't want to flood your comment section and your time. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't answer this fast enough. So for upcall, the questions were really simple. Actually, the questions that they asked now were not the questions that I was asked, but they're really simple. There's just like how long have you been in customer service? What's your experience? What would you do on a call? What's the most important thing for on a sales call or a customer care call? Just stuff like that. what kind of headset do you need? Most people, Jamal Jones, most people have to ask you to have the USB headset. If they need something more specific, they will let you know. Diana Johnson, I worked from home. The pay is much lower than the pay I received from West close friend. They were okay. So she didn't have a great experience with Alorica. I personally, I mean, I knew when I went in they were paying $8.25. She said the pay was lower than she thought. I knew when I went in that they were paying $8.25. I did the training and then I got another job, so that's why I stopped with Alorica. But as far as the training experience and all of that information, I had a great experience. I never go into like I always do like look at the pay and everything when I'm going into a job. I knew they were paying $8.25. I just wanted an extra job, so the pay wasn't that bad for me. I'm in Texas, so our minimum wage is what, $7.25? Is it $7.25? I think our minimum $7.35. Our minimum wage is $7.35, so $8.25 is like a dollar more, and I get to work from home, so I didn't mind doing that for some extra cash. So like, and it's up to you guys. Like, I can recommend you jobs and you can find jobs, but it's up to you to decide like what is the best benefit for you. Oh, the Hyatt, I don't know what their hours are. Man, I just made a bit idea. I applied for. Okay, so Shamikaya, Samakahya, Hya, Samika. I'm sorry, girl. We're butchering your name. I'm sorry. So she says, man, I just missed it, but I did get an email for a customer service position I applied for during the wee hours of the morning. Went to my scheduled interview, but there was not a slot available. Yeah, like they do that. I don't know. I've been hearing a lot of times that that they're accepting position, like they'll be like, we're hiring, and they'll have an open house, and then you try to get in there and the position, like the interviews are just leaving quick. Luckily I think that happened to me once, but in the early stages when they were really trying to hire, that never happened to me, because they were, I guess because they had so many, they were needing the positions filled, but now a lot of people know about them, so the positions are filled quickly. And so sorry about that. I hope you found something else, so best of luck. Um, so Solira Cedino, some of y'all have some pretty names, but baby, my sister got all the pronunciation of the grammar and all that. I did not get it. But Suleiri, I'm speaking to you. It doesn't take that long. Like, once they do the open house interview, you should like you should be, if you go in on the open house interview and everything. Now, the way I did it when I went in on the open house is you just log in and it's all these people there, and they started just kind of wiping them down by asking questions and stuff. So it doesn't take that long at all, because usually they say they have an open house and it's the next day, because sometimes they send those emails kind of late that they're having an open